Hello students, this is K.M. Varaprasad, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, DBS IT, Kavli. Here we are discussing Unit 4 of Computer Organization. In that Unit 4, in this video, we are discussing the final two topics. Those are interface circuits and then finally standard I/O devices. In those two topics, the first topic is the interface circuits. Now, what is actually an interface circuit means? To maintain the compensation between the processor and I/O devices, we are including one interface circuit. Those interface circuits maintain the compensation between processor, high-speed processors as well as low-speed I/O devices. In those interface circuits, one end is used to connect to the bus. Now, to connect to the bus means that is actually the system bus which contains data, address as well as control, and other end is connected to the I/O devices. The end which is connected to the side which is connected to the I/O devices is called as a port. Now, in that interface circuits, some things are maintained, like buffer memory is there, status registers are there. Now, the status registers are there, buffer memory is there, and then by using the buffer, we can store the information based on the status registers that is transferred to the bus as well as I/O devices. Now, in this one, some of the things are performed to maintain the compensation between the bus as well as this one. In this one, two different types of ports are available in interface circuits. Those are parallel ports and serial ports. Coming to the parallel port are contain the collection of lines, and then these are especially used to connect to the devices which are nearby to the processor. Now, those are the parallel ports. Coming to the serial port, in this serial port, one bit at a time is transferred from one place to the another place. Some mechanism is also required to convert the parallel port to the serial port as well as serial port to the parallel port. This is also maintained in the interface circuits. Now, interface circuits are the main circuit devices which are used to compensate the in between the processor as well as I/O devices. Now, here comes the diagram. In this diagram, the keyboard to the processor connection. Here, this is the processor, and comes this one. This is the interface circuit. In this interface circuit, data in and sin, some status in is there, and input interface is there. And here are the I/O interfaces we are using. Now, this is the input. Now, in this one, this is called the port. This is called port. In this one, here we are using whether serial port or parallel ports we are using. Now, coming to this one, this is a keyboard. Switches are there. Here in this one, this is connected to the bus. Now, this is connected to the I/O devices. Now, this is the diagram we are using for the parallel port. Now, what is actually the parallel port? In this one, either 8 bits or 16 bits at a time is transferred in between the processors as well as I/O devices. Now, this is in this parallel port, we are using some output as well as input we are using, that is data in is there, data out is there, and some set of
registers also we are using. Now this is the diagram for serial port or serial interface. Now in this one, here also we are converting either parallel to the serial as well as serial to the parallel in the interface circuits. Now this is the serial, and then in this one we are decoding, and then comes to the finally we are interfacing with between the either bus as well as some devices.
Coming to the last topic in this unit is standard I/O devices. Here some set of standard I/O devices we are using. In those standard I/O devices, some set of things we are performing, and these devices we are using, which are divided into the serial connect as well as parallel connect. Basically, all the I/O devices are called as peripheral devices. What is actually a peripheral device means? Which we can connect and disconnect at any time. Those type of devices are called as the peripheral devices. In this one, PCI is there, that is peripheral component interconnect, which is basically connected to the interface circuit. By using this one, we are connecting all the devices to the peripheral devices, all the buses to the peripheral devices. In that one, in those PCI, one SCSI is there, and then some USBs are also we are using. One is parallel port and another one is the serial port. Based on the cost, based on the portability, based on the things, now we are using three different types of standard I/O devices here. Those are performing the useful things for connecting to the bus as well as processor. All are showing in the following diagram.
Okay, this is the last topic. Now in the previous explanation, this is called as standard I/O devices. These are not the standard I/O devices. Now this is standard I/O interfaces. In this standard I/O interfaces, these are the subtopics: PCI, SCSI and USB. Now this is a well-known name for all the students, USB, Universal Serial Bus. Now coming to this one, this is peripheral component interconnect, and then in that one these two are also available. First one is the parallel port based, and this is the serial port based. This is the standard diagram, which includes PCI bus, SCSI controllers and USB controllers. Here one bridge is there, and then PCI bus is there. From that PCI bus we are connecting all the peripheral devices to this one, processor as well as a main memory. In that PCI bus we are using two different types of things. One is SCSI as well as another one is the USB. Now coming to the PCI bus, it was developed as the low cost bus for all the processors. Now it is connected to appear the processor as if they were connected directly to the processor bus. An important feature of the PCI bus is plug and play capability for connecting I/O devices. Now in this one, to connect a new device, the user simply connects to the device interface board to the bus, and the software take care all the rest of the things. Now this is the PCI bus. Now coming to the second one, that is SCSI bus or controller. It stands for Small Computer System Interface. it was defined by ANSI, that is the American National Standards Institute. Here, SCSI bus may have 8 data lines, in which case it is called a narrow bus, and it transfers data 1 byte at a time. Alternatively, a wide SCSI bus has 16 data lines and transfers data 16 bits at a time. And finally, it uses single-ended transmission, which each signal uses one wire with a common ground signals. And finally, signaling is also used to separate and return some with the signal. And finally comes to the USB, Universal Serial Bus. It is a very useful and frequently used device or interface circuit. In this one, the modern computer system is likely to involve a wide variety of devices such as keyboards, microphones, cameras, and etc. Here, this is the device, this is the port we are using for all the things. It supports different types of speeds, 1.5 megabits per second as well as 12 megabits per second. It is serial based bus. Now coming to this one, it is quickly giving a lot of acceptance and may well become the interconnection method of choice for most of the computer devices.
Okay, with this final topic, I/O interface circuits or standard I/O interfaces, we are concluding the unit 4 in computer organization. This is the input-output organization. In this one, we initially started how we are accessing I/O devices, and then how we are compensating the I/O devices with the high-speed processors. For that compensation purpose, we are using DMA as well as interrupts. In that one, some set of interrupt examples and processor examples are also we are discussing. Now coming to this one, I/O. In this one, different types of ports are using, or different types of interface circuits we are using. In those interface circuits, parallel ports are there as well as serial ports are there. And then finally today we discussed about the interfaces, standard interfaces. With this we completed unit 4 in computer organization. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you.